If SEO feels like an afterthought, or you've tried to figure it out yourself, typing in your main keyword, looking for your business, and wondering why you don't show up, then this podcast is for you. This show is for business owners who don't have the time, budget, or desire to become SEO experts, but still want customers to find them when it matters. I'm Jose Chavez from Ready to Rank, and alongside Alison from Pinpoint Local, we break down how local businesses can stop guessing and start leveraging Google properly. Starting with the most overlooked asset you already have, your Google business profile. So lean in, take notes, and start turning visibility into customers. Welcome everyone, my name's Jose Chavez from Ready to Rank, and together with Alison Evans from Pinpoint Local, we are helping business owners leverage their Google business profiles and getting them to maximize their visibility to increase leads and phone calls. Alison, how are you? Welcome today.
Yeah, good, thanks, Jose. Because it's the end of 25, we're doing a series to get everyone prepared, everyone being local business, for 2026. So last week we had a discussion about Google Business Profile and filling it out completely as a foundation for your local visibility. So we went through everything, and we had discussed 4 essential things to complete by 2026. Suggestion was fill out completely the Google Business Profile.
Yeah.
Reviews. You have to, every local business has to get reviews. I just came across someone just this week that said they don't want Google reviews.
Oh,
and I said,
missing out.
I said, what? You will not be found next year.
Yeah.
Going forward, you will not be. So you need reviews, you need the consistency. It's all about velocity and frequency with reviews.
Yeah.
Local business has to be visual now.
Yep.
And not just focus on Google Business Profile last week, but you have to be visual everywhere. And you have to, structure everything and lead into the website. So that's what we're going forwards now. So,
and you mentioned visible. Now, for those people who do not understand, you have to be visible. Are you referring to social media and all those external platforms? Is that what you're referring to when you say visual?
Visibility going forwards is wherever AI can find you, it's called mentions. So wherever you are mentioned is visibility.
Yeah.
So you want to be mentioned everywhere. So that when people are going to AI for local searches, which they will be, it's very small amount of searches at this point in time, still mainly Google, but it's accelerating exponentially, like everything to do with AI. But you have to be across everywhere for AI to trust you. So visibility is across everywhere. So it used to be a lot more narrow because it used to be just Google. So that was a Google Business Profile, which is still the foundation for local business. So just to explain that, if you set up the foundation that we discussed last week, but tying that into how AI sees your profile, it's like a database. And AI reads every section of your Google Business Profile, and it's your source of truth for local business. So all your details, everything has to be there, your images, your visibility, your hours, every detail about your business, and it has to be shown to be an active, real business. And that's what AI will see with your foundation as a Google Business Profile. So start with that and go through those 4 essentials we discussed last week. But then you need to tie it into your website, which is what we'll discuss this week, and then we'll discuss the bigger picture going forwards. So just getting bigger and bigger. So we're starting off small last week was with the profile, which I do think is the source of truth at this point in time, and going forwards immediately is getting that completely filled out as we've discussed, and that's about visibility as well, not just Google. But when I talk about AI search, I'm predominantly talking about Google's AI mode, which is different to the AI overviews, and ChatGPT Atlas. So these are search browsers that are conversational. So get your Google Business Profile, those essentials we talked about last week, but now we're looking at the website. And the website is part of this visibility for local business.
Yeah.
It has to be aligned with your Google business profile.
100%. 100%.
So all your details on your Google business profile, go and look at your website, every
Yeah.
business owner, and see if they correlate together and are completely aligned. Because Google's algorithm had a bit more, so almost going back old school, Jose, and as far as the AI search, it has to be really aligned accurately. Whereas Google's search algorithm, you could have the word street and you didn't have to be exact recently.
Yeah.
Years ago you did, but we're going back to that
Mm.
because AI needs that trust factor. So on your Google business profile, on your website, have your business name exactly the same, your opening hours, if your location, the address, have it written exactly the same as your profile, because your profile is your source of truth. And your website for local business is to collaborate with your profile and to give it another trust factor. Or your opening hours, embed a Google map into your, not a JPEG picture, embed the Google actual HTML code into your website. And every service you have on your Google business profile, and we spoke about that, Google business profile services, have on your website.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly the same.
Yeah.
Have a dedicated page for each of them. And you would know all about this,
Yeah.
Jose. We see one local businesses with one page website or one page and perhaps an about and a contact, but all their services are just a tile or a section on one page.
Yeah. It's just not enough,
You will
is it?
be invisible.
Yeah.
You'll be invisible as far as AI needs information and data. So you need every service on your Google business profile and you need that service on your website on a dedicated page. And you can actually link those together,
Yeah.
which makes it really easy for the data to be read by these
Mm.
search algorithms.
Yeah.
The every other service, and then make sure that in your Google business profile that the content you put on your website is mirrored, because you've got this service section on Google business profile which very few businesses fill out. It's sort of it's hard to find almost, but all the studies in 25 has shown that the services section is ranking profiles. It didn't used to, but
Mm.
it is actually ranking. So you can have up to 20, 30, 40 services. So if you're a local business and you're a plumber, electrician, chiropractor, dentist, every single service that you have, fill out the content on your profile and have a dedicated page and have the same content. Mirror it. So there's that trust factor and credibility that you really do those services.
Mm. Mm. A lot of
So
a lot of business owners that I talk to, when I mention this, it's like a light bulb moment. I'm like, come on, I never knew that that's what, was such an important part of it.
yes,
And it's something that business owners can actually do themselves.
yeah,
You need someone technical to build your website. But when it comes to relating it to your Google business profile, this is something that you can do yourself. And this
yep,
is the beauty about the Google business profile. You don't have to be tech savvy. You don't have to be
yep.
knowledgeable in technology and all that kind of thing. It's something that can be easily done with business owners. Um, and you can leverage like,
Yes, it's straightforward. It really is.
yeah,
And as I said, it's a database about your business. And it's perfect for search functions
yeah,
to call it and tell about your business. And then use your website to explain further in more detail.
that's it.
So don't use your website to just list your services with a couple lines of text. That
Yeah.
will not get you anywhere. And seriously, going forwards, your visibility just won't be there. It really won't be,
Mm,
because all these AI mode and Atlas, they need content and they'll go across everything and they will recommend only one or two businesses. Now, it's quite scary because personally I like to have the option of a list of 10 and choosing and going in to each website. But AI will read everything, your profile, your website and everything, and then suggest this is the best plumber or this dentist does the best, Invisalign, whatever like that. And you've got to tell
yeah,
everyone about it on your website. So
yeah,
they've got to be aligned. You've got to have your services, and you've basically got to tell all these search functions who you are, what you do, and where you do it. So, who you are, obviously your business name, your profile, what we've just talked about service, which is what you do. Now, where you are, location is really important. Obviously, your profile sets that because if you're a service area business, which we've discussed what they are, you'll have a radius and you have suburbs. What you put on your profile, put on your website. Talk about those locations, that you are a plumber in this location doing these services.
Yeah.
So we sort of in the old days it was called location pages, and you know that you just roll your eyes with these websites that copy and paste
Mm.
location pages, and that doesn't work. That is not what I'm talking about. But it's basically saying who you are, what you do, and where you're doing it.
Yeah.
So do some content with talking about your location, and if you're a location-based Google business profile, so you've got an address, you need to tell all the search functions about where you are, if you're in a shopping strip or anything else like that. So do some content about your products and services and your location, combining that together. I mean, they're called what would they call location landing pages or something like that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you've got to show that you're a real business. So you want on all those location pages, you want real photos. And I seriously, with local, say, trades business, you're out doing a job.
Yeah.
The ideal is you do a location, take images of a job you're doing in that location with your
Mm.
mobile phone, which has got, GPS enabled in the metadata of the image, and put that on your website.
Yeah.
So these search functions know that you're in Lilydale and you're doing a hot water service, and here's a picture
Yeah.
of a service that you're doing. So you're saying who you are, what you are, and where you are.
Mm. And case studies are great,
Oh,
and this is where case studies fall into place perfectly, you know,
yeah, yeah.
for people like for builders or anything like that. If you're working on a project in a location, build
Yes,
a case study around it.
yes,
Mention the suburbs that you're working in. Take those photos, like you said, of the job that's been done. Before and after of the job. That kind of thing. That's
yeah.
where case studies come in perfectly.
Actually, I think that, yeah, I reckon case studies are everything going
Mm.
forward.
Yeah.
It proves everything, every one of those factors of who you are, what you are, and where you are.
Yeah.
You can do all that in a case study, and that makes the old-fashioned location pages look so, 1980s almost,
Yeah. Yeah.
because it's showing authenticity,
Mhm.
real photos, a real case study, or a real business in this location, and that is the perfect way. And every small business has got case studies.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I
Definitely.
think that's a big win. If business owners don't think about so much SEO and content, but think about what they are doing
Mm.
and telling the search functions and AI going forwards, what you
Yeah.
are, and with visibility. So you need your images. It's just not text,
Yeah.
because with so much text being produced now
Mm.
with AI, I mean, there's so much AI slop out there
Yeah.
that anything that sounds real will be picked up. You'll be visible.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, a classic example is that came across a electrician, and his most visited site on his website was an informational blog article,
Yeah.
which had nothing to do with him, where he was, or what he did, but it was
Yeah.
providing information of what someone should do if there was a shutdown or something, which is a classic ChatGPT type of informational search now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you just don't do that type of thing going forwards.
Mm.
And I think for local business, yeah, case studies. And if you're a location based, it could be about your products. If you're restaurants, cafe, hospitality, seasonal things, seasonal dishes, recipes, changing things up, and on all these pages, put in Google reviews. And the ideal would be a case study with all the who you are, what you are, where you are, and a review about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would be gold if you're a
Yeah.
local
That's
business.
that's that's authority right there.
Yeah,
It's
that's authority, trust, credibility,
yeah.
and your real business doing real projects in this
Mm.
area. So, and you can use that piece of content and repurpose it everywhere. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
if you think along those lines, and that becomes your visibility.
Yeah. A lot of people actually would probably think that, they don't have case studies.
Oh,
I think business owners need to kind of put in their mind, how can I use this in my business? And you've got builders and stuff like that that are easily, they do a renovation in a suburb. All of a sudden, they've got an easy case study. But there's some other businesses that maybe could do catering, and they don't think that they could use a catering job as a case study, but they could.
Oh,
If
absolutely.
they did a catering job at a suburb at a venue,
Yep.
perfect case study.
I mean, the classic is 50th birthday in Croydon. You did the
Yeah,
catering for a private party. You got all, your business name, who you are, what you do, private
yeah,
parties for 50th birthdays in
yep,
Croydon. Here's the case study. I
that's
mean,
it.
and someone who's looking for a 50th birthday in Melbourne Eastern suburbs, you
Mm,
think that's exactly what I want.
yeah,
And the AI will surface that when they go and search.
yeah,
And you have that one case study and reuse it across. And that's the visibility we're talking about going forwards.
yeah,
You need your Google business profile first. You need your website. Technically good. I'm making the assumption you haven't got a one-page website or something.
yeah.
And break that out into, you do need your services pages. And then for real visibility, I would say case studies and incorporate all those factors of who, what, and where.
Mm, yeah,
And then you can build on that. And that's what we'll talk about going forwards. But start, I would say, with business owners, if you're thinking about 26 and how you can be visible. Google Business Profile, get that completely done, get all your services done. We talked about the essentials, and then your website next. Start thinking about that and start thinking about your case studies and how you can
yeah,
do it.
yeah.
And I mean, you and I can help business owners create amazing case studies. You just
Mm,
have to tell us a few details, a few
yeah,
images, and wow, there's
yeah,
so much that can be done.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah,
And if you're already engaged with someone, just go to that supplier, that marketing or that website design team and say, look, you want to start building case studies. You want to start building these pages about your services. Over a period of time, you link it back to your Google business profile,
yeah,
you will start showing up. And that's
yep.
the key for 2026.
And there's many ways you can do those case studies on your Google Business Profile
Yeah.
and link it back and everything. And seriously, if you did that, I think you'll win
Mm,
because your competitors won't be. And
yeah.
it's sort of when you say something like visibility being everywhere, but you can start with one core content case study,
Yeah.
and that can be your visibility. And you can
Yeah.
even just once a month, every couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, business owners, Google Business Profile website, and then we'll go on with visibility across everywhere else that AI searches for the
Mm,
mentions as I talk about, because AI needs trust, authority, and credibility. I mean, Google's always needed that too, but you need Google would see it in the profile and the website, whereas AI wants to see you mentioned everywhere.
yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
factoring for that. So yeah,
So it's a
so
good recap for business owners.
yeah,
Google Business Profile is important to get that profile 100% complete. But for 2026, it's joining the two, the website
mm,
and the profile. And if you can
yes,
do that, you will stay ahead, you will start showing up more, and your visibility will increase.
yep. Don't bother doing blog pages on information or anything else like that. Focus on your case studies, and I think you
Yeah,
get there.
yeah, awesome. All right, that's probably brings us to the end of it. If
Yep.
you do want to know where you currently sit with your Google Business Profile, Alison does provide a video audit, and all you need to do is scan the QR code or click the link in our link. Alison, do you want to quickly run through that?
Yeah. So I do a video audit of your Google Business Profile. So when you click the link, there's just about 3 or 4 fields to fill out, really simple, straightforward. And I'll have a look at your profile and provide purely informational tips, hints, where you're missing out, quick wins, what your competitors are doing, and how you're ranking. So, and you can implement that straight away quite
Mm,
easily. And I will have the focus on visibility and looking forwards to AI as well.
yeah,
So, yeah,
awesome. Great. Thank you so much again, Alison. I appreciate your time always.
lovely. Good
Till
one. Catch
next
you next
time.
week.
See you later.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
Now, before you go, if you want to actually see how your Google Business Profile is performing, Alison offers a free Google Business Profile audit. You'll get practical, no fluff advice on what's holding you back. visibility wise, what to fix first, and how to improve your chances of showing up when customers are searching. No upsell, no overwhelm, just clear actions you can take immediately. Scan the QR code on screen or check the link in the description to get your free audit. And if this episode helped you think differently about SEO, make sure to subscribe, because every week we're breaking down what really works. We'll see you in the next episode of the SEO Lab.